How are you guys?
I'm fine. Thank you for
Hi, how are you
asking.
guys? Okay, I hope you all doing great. So before we start the all hands, let's watch this all hands intro first.
You're still muted, Dinda.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Kak Furkan, for the reminder. Welcome everyone. So maybe like Kak Furkan said before that we have no guests that come in today. So I will have presentation about someone that become my inspirational figure. But before that, maybe untuk meramaikan mic ini, I would like everyone to describe their previous week work in Bukit Vista with one word in the chat. Can you guys give that in the chat? Okay, I'm still waiting, yeah, for everyone to share their previous week story. Unpredictable. Wow, unpredictable. Why only Kak Furkan? Where's the others? A grand. Oh, okay. Ya Allah, ya Allah, ya Allah. What happened, Kak Cinta? What's up? Okay, okay. Thank you everyone for sharing your story. Uncertainty always reminder Allah. Yeah, thank you Kak Cinta for the reminder. So, our weekly inspirational figure, actually it's a speaker. Our weekly inspirational speaker is today, it come from e-Fishery. The CEO of e-Fishery, it is Gibran Huzaifa. This is my favorite quote that comes from him. It's poverty and hunger can be done by disrupting agriculture sector through technology. So, why did he say that? We can we can move to the next slide. And then this one, let's take a look at his inspiring journey. So basically, Gibran is a ITB graduated students, and he started his career with taking aquaculture subject in the college, and he started become catfish farmer from 2010 until 2012. And then when he graduated from that college, he started to build a fishery. It was starting from this one. The first one, he studied the aquaculture farming. He acquired a fish farm in Bandung and began raising catfish, facing initial profitability challenges. And he found out that the entrepreneurship sector, when he sell the catfish to the seller in market and etc., he found out that it is quite profitable for him to earn money from that. And then he realized that he wanted to breaking the mediocrity. He realized that the importance of aiming for greatness instead of settling for mediocrity. So he realized that he don't want to be that okay, but he want to develop his skill in that. And then the next one is he innovating fish feeding. And then when he wanted to develop his business, he starting to have serious conversation with his colleague that is farmer from the other friend. He then began collaborating with fish farmer, identifying the huge problem that they face, which is the fish feed that take a huge cost. So the high cost of fish feeds as a problem and develop a technology allowing farmers to feed fish remotely via mobile phone. Because of course, when they wanted to feed the fish, they also have to hire someone that have to feed the fish daily, right? So he then decided to create a system that can technology that can make them easily feed their fish using the technology only, so they don't need to pay the labor for that. And then he made his co-founder with a technology background because Gibran itself didn't have technology background, and then leading to transition from a hardware focused company to an internet business because he already create a simple prototype that can a simple machine or prototype that can make them the farmer to feed the fish using SMS only. And then he realized that after he developed the machine for many years, he recognized that the value of data he collected, and then he decided to make other development that make the farmer more efficient in improvement and lower feed costs. And then that is why he started to build the e-Fishery, the digital platform, utilizing the data. They built a digital platform, e-Fishery, this one, providing access to financing, manage financial of the farmer, inputs and markets with a membership fee. So when a farmer join the membership fee, they are also able to manage the finance and then directly purchase the fish feeds from to become a cheaper one. So that is make them efficient to conduct the operate of the pool. And then after many years operating that in a startup because that is called e-Fishery, he realized that the platform has helped farmers to expand their operations, with many transitioning from unemployment to successful aquaculture businesses, making it more accessible to underserved population and reducing economic and social disparities. So after he offered the efficiency of the become farmer, many people are inspired to become a farmer because that is what he offered. And then for now, today, e-Fishery serves 80,000 farmers, making a significant impact on both the aquaculture industry and the life of many people. And then we can recognize the value that comes from this inspiring journey. The first one is resilience and perseverance, and then the innovation and adaptability, and then community and social impact. The resilience one, the founder's journey, marked by initial profitability challenges and numerous obstacles that he faced, underscore the value of resilience and perseverance. They didn't give up when faced the difficulty, which ultimately led to their success, but they also keep developing a solution that becomes solution for the farmers' difficulty. And then the innovation and adaptability, the story highlights the importance of innovations and adaptability. The founder and their team didn't just stick to the traditional method as like Bukit Vista did. They continuously innovated, even shifting from a hardware-focused company to an internet-based one, which is creating a digital platform. And this adaptability allowed them to stay competitive and create a game-changing digital platform. And then the community and social impact. e-Fishery emphasis on community building and its positive impact on farmers' life exemplify the value of giving back and making a meaningful contribution to the society. The company didn't just merely focus on profits, but it also used the technology to empower and uplift the communities, demonstrating the significance of social responsibility. That is the quotes from Gibran Huzaifa, from zero to many, as he created the innovation for farmers to make them easier to operate the pool. Thank you, guys. And then, yes, Kak Furkan?
Yes, thank you very much, Dinda, for sharing this inspirational figure of the week. So I think after hearing the story of yours that you presented about Mas Gibran here, I think it would be very interested to invite him for the next All Hands, I believe, to directly hear from his side about the story of developing e-Fishery. So I believe the marketing team now having this scheme to produce many articles coming from All Hands Inspirational Figure session. And after we have the social proof about this article, hopefully he will be interested to come and join the All Hands for the next times. Thank you so much, Mas Ayu Adinda, for sharing these inspirational figure stories. And let's move forward into the All Hands first thing first, let's hear our CEO presenting vision and mission statement of the week. So to Mr. Jing, time is yours to present your presentation, and Dida, you may shut the screen sharing first.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Doing good, doing good, doing good.
Great.
Good to see everyone. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'll share my screen, and it's good to see everyone's face across the week. It's been kind of an interesting week, I would say. So let's talk about where Bukit Vista is headed right now. For those of you that might not have been involved in some BBW, we're definitely moving over to more of a knowledge management type company. So let me quickly explain this using the LPT chart, which everybody should have seen and experienced on their employee journals at the moment. So this is where the company is headed. This is just a repeat in case there's no understanding yet. We're moving more and more execution type work over to be automated. All right, so more of the actual engagements with guests and particulars, we're going to try to find a faster, more scalable way to let the machines help us work on that. As a result of also the progress we made in AI, some of the supervision work can also be delegated over to AI processes and AI workflows, which is great. Essentially, that frees things up. What we're hoping to see in everybody's performance is the establishment of a new beginning in knowledge management by being creative, by thinking about what exactly is the information that exists out there in the world that we should capture and input into our knowledge so that we may be able to serve our guests, our partners, and especially ourselves with inspiration and delight. So this is the principle that I just like to remind everybody that the experience of the company is going through. There is going to be pain through this process. It is not going to be easy. We've been through different processes before. Anybody who's been here for more than 3 years will tell you Bukit Vista is not the same company that it is 3 years ago. Anybody who's come back actually after joining us, perhaps like Krishna, will also note that there's been a lot of changes since the last time he's been working here too as well. So it's either we change and get on the right side of this disruption, or as a company, we will be on the wrong side of this disruption. All right, that's the overall news. Let's take a look at how we're doing this particular week. So I'll begin. What stops us? What stops us from really growing to the next level? And the theme is similar. It's mostly about knowledge at this point. It's mostly about knowing what is actually on the upsides and downsides. There's a little bit more to the story, which I'll explain, but a lot of it is self-knowledge. Self-knowledge in the case of we don't know why we fail, and oftentimes we don't know when we succeed. So that's why our performance is up and down. Last month, I would say our performance was incredible. We reached the new revenue target. I think we relaxed. I think we all kicked back a little bit, started celebrating a little bit more, thinking we're great, settling down. And this is what we're seeing now. So all of a sudden, our major hospitality score has taken a nosedive and gone right towards the bottom, like an airplane crashing. We don't really know why at this point, which is kind of concerning, right? Because it is, after all, tied to our semester goals and our bonuses, right? So if we're going to be successful in hospitality and implement correctly what we need to do, then with all the people in this room, somebody should be able to tell me why this is happening. Next, we simultaneously have been increasing our efforts on essentially producing content and publishing things and getting results on Google search, but somehow our users are dropping. We went from having about 600 users a day sometime around September 12th to less than 200 now on September 17th. But we don't know why. So it might be a good time to figure out why this is happening. Otherwise, we might just find ourselves quite disappointed at the end of the semester. All right. So I think this is important. Knowing why there's failure, knowing why there's success. Oftentimes we get lucky, I think. Maybe we got lucky when we got things right, unless we know why. If we know why, then we can consistently outperform. But if we don't know why, then it's just, okay, sometimes we get lucky, and that's that. All right. Second problem is we know why, but we don't enforce. So these are more of the courage to be the hero, to understand the strategy and actually implement the strategy correctly into policy, into the way that we execute. And there's a few cases of that. It should be no surprise right now where a lot of our negative reviews are coming from. I'm answering my own question actually just earlier. I know why. I look at this dashboard every day and it's the same 5, 7 properties that show up on negative reviews. Nagong, Ola, Panida, Purikalapa, the same ones over and over again, right? There's no actually surprise. We already know why. But we just don't actually enforce the contract, or we don't enforce the partners to behave a certain way. So that's why we're all, as a company, experiencing this particular pain, and it's stopping us from growing. Okay, so what exactly is the understanding here that I'm hoping everybody would know? We've known from a very long time also as well that Airbnb is outgrowing all the platforms. Airbnb grows faster than Booking.com worldwide. Airbnb grows faster than Agoda worldwide. Airbnb grows faster than Traveloka worldwide. Since Bukit Vista is in the worldwide business, why don't we focus entirely on Airbnb? We've known that strategy for a while. Maybe it's time to actually tell our partners that they don't need to actually use Booking.com because it's a distraction. Now, there's a few good points that people brought up that our old contracts are on Booking.com. They have Booking.com and other platforms built into the contract. But I think I don't want to contradict myself and say go against the contract, but I think also we need to educate ourselves and be able to innovate from contracts that lock us into the wrong strategy to contracts that are correctly written as well. Okay. All right. Anyway, this is an example of some of the things that we know, but we are not actually implementing. And again, I think it's this. It really comes down to this simple thing. If we see this is going wrong and we're really curious about it and we really want to find out why, our curiosity will overcome our fear and we'll find the reason why we're failing. We'll find the reasons why we're successful. But if we're afraid to ask questions, we're afraid to actually look any deeper, and our fear of whatever it might be, finding something unpleasant, is greater than our curiosity, then we don't grow. Same with the execution part. If our fear of executing based on our already established knowledge is greater than our curiosity to see what would happen, then there's no growth either. All right, that are the two things that I've spotted so far this week that keeps us from actually growing bigger. And it all has to do with what all of us feel inside. Is your curiosity actually greater than your fear? If it is, then these problems are solvable. If they're not, then it'll be hard actually as a company to overcome these particular challenges. Okay, let's take a look at what we're doing to actually resolve this. Please, when you go into the BBW, a URC for GES, a BBW for URC or GES, it's an opportunity to explore. It's an opportunity to be curious. It's an opportunity to bring whatever skills or knowledge you have in your particular area of expertise now applied to a different field, right? To a part of the company where it needs your support and it needs your particular attention, all right? We like to have a diversity of viewpoints because everybody sees things in a different way. Everybody starts life with a different amount of knowledge and has different expertise. So when you see your opportunities to go into these BBW rotations, please point out issues that you see, give the feedback to your leaders. We're more than open to listen to anything that will get us off of a track where we're failing as a company. Okay? Everyone good with that? That's how we can all help. Thank you. Now, let's talk about some fun stuff. So Pak Unggul from Gria Similat came over the other day. We had our roundtable talk, which was actually pretty pleasant. Pak Unggul from Gria Similat is an author, and I bought his book. It's in Bahasa Indonesia, which will mean I probably will never be able to actually fully read it unless somebody reads it to me. So I didn't have an Indonesian mom, so nobody ever read to me in Indonesian. So somebody might have to be my mom and read the book to me so I can understand. Maybe not. Maybe I just have to be a big boy and actually learn how to read myself. But anyways, yeah, that's spoon feeding, right? Yeah, we were able to show Pak Similar how our process works. He's an artist of, he's a painter. So we got to demonstrate how Midjourney works. He's pretty impressed. I think mostly with actually our choice of music, luxury deep house, which by the way is actually a pretty cool genre. If you do get the chance, you should listen to this genre of music. I love it. It's actually really cool. Anyways, so Pa Unggul jammed with us, and I think he listened to either it was Irene or Erica, but he was listening to somebody, and we shared some fun moments during dinner. It was actually pretty cool. It was one of the first times we actually had a Jogja owner come over to talk to us. Pa Unggul is actually pretty incredible. He used to work at Pertamina and had a 20-plus year career in the oil industry. He was an HR manager, recently retired, and he's looking for ways of continuing his life in his modern elderism. So pretty cool. One day, I guess we'll all get old, and hopefully I'll have the energy, the curiosity, and the sort of the courage that he has to go and explore new things. Pa Unggul is looking for a community of retirees. So if you have any parents that want to come over and join us in the roundtable talk and talk about pension and retirement, feel free. The roundtable talk is open for family, by the way. If you have any family that's coming to Bali and they want to have a delicious Indian meal, or I think we did French food on this particular day or whatever, invite them over. Or not, depends. Maybe you're ashamed of working here. You don't want your parents to see us. But either way, yeah, family's invited, right? So feel free, if you do have family coming through, invite them to the roundtables. I'll be happy to entertain anybody's family. Okay? All right. Our goal is always are to inspire delight through hospitality innovations that positively transform guest partners and employees. I do believe the roundtable talk is an incremental progress to seeing positive transformation in our partners and actually happily in our employees. I see a lot of people, they used to be scared of talking to bules or talking to people who are not from the same culture. I'm scared of talking to old Indonesian people. I'm kind of just scared of speaking Indonesian in general. But through the roundtable talk, we've all been able to learn how to socialize better. And it's a beautiful thing. I've also learned how to drink a lot more, which was something I had forgotten how to do. But I'm learning that again, which is awesome. You like that, Nadia, right? That's why Nadia's coming over. Nadia's coming over so that she can help us deplete this plentiful stock of alcohol, which, by the way, Marcel is helping us to stock over amounts because we're starting the new host brings a gift for a guest and a guest brings a gift for a host. So we're going to ask our guests to stock our alcohol full of good stuff. I like how all the non-alcohol drinkers are really happy about that. Anyway, anyhow, that's that. So let's talk about the revenue target. So we're already past our initial revenue target, which is great news. The semester goal, which is coming up in about a few weeks, is a revenue goal of 2.4 million, overall rating of 4.5, a 5-star percentage of 70%. We're looking to give 3x individual bonuses if the company achieves a 2.4 million sales target from April 1st to September 30th, and it's going to be measured on October 5th. Qualified interns receive a 3 million appreciation bonus. Now, please pay attention, okay? This part is important. It's individual bonus. So if you don't do anything or you just cruise your way to the end, your individual bonus might suffer. So please think about that, all right? It's a multiple of your individual bonus, which is graded by your supervisors, all right? If we reach all 3 goals, we will pay 4x the individual bonuses. 2 goals, 3x, 1 goal, 2x. 4 interns, it's 3 goals for 3 million, 2 goals for 2 million, 1 goal, 1 million. All right, that's it. Hopefully that gets us to the next week. I hope, Lilith, that we will be able to announce semester goal number 4 by next week. We'll tell you essentially where the company is going, where our goals are, and such. Why is it important to reach our semester goals, and why is it important to actually get here? Because I hope each and every one of you want to have careers here where you're going to be paid more. So in order for us to create the budget to pay everybody more, we need to reach bigger targets. Okay? All right, that's it. I'll hand it back over to Furkan.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Jing. I believe you saw my sign there, so that's why you signed me.
Thank you for giving me.
Okay, now I believe we will have another session called Airbnb Visa Dashboard, but still, since Irene is off for today, it will be covered by our colleague Cinta. Hi, Cinta, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you, Furkan, for giving time to me. I'm speaking here on behalf of Irene because he's off right now. So, but the Airbnb dashboard, let's move to the next page. Continue to the next one. Okay, for communication, we maintain it's stable on 79.7% from last week until this week. Continue to the next point. For the accuracy, it's getting lower. It's decreased 0.5% from 77% to 76.5% this week. For check-in, it's increased 0.1% to 81.7% this week. And then for location, it's decreased 0.4% this week to 71.8%. For value, it's also decreasing 0.3%, and it's end up being 71.9%. And cleanliness too is decreasing 0.4% to 69.1% this week. Because we see a lot of decrease, including overall quality, it's also decreasing 0.5% to 72.7% for 5-star rating and 4.59 on overall rating this week. So we encourage you guys to don't forget to fill the SPI bed review and property quality if you find something issue on your daily basis work. It also can help the partnership team to enforce to the owner to do the better things to increase the quality of the listing. I think that's all from me. Over to Ajing. Mr. Jing.
Let me actually bring this to everyone's awareness, because this is actually an interesting way to fail. We have more people, not less. We have less guests, not more. More people working at Bukit Vista with fewer guests, and yet the overall quality that our guests experiencing is going down. Okay, so I see that as a strategic issue. More input results in less output. And for those of you who keep on saying that adding more people solves the problem, it doesn't. I think this is pretty clear proof that it doesn't. You can add a lot of people and still get crappier results than with a smaller team. Okay, all right, let's move on.
Okay, thank you very much, Cinta, for delivering the Airbnb Insight dashboard, and also for Mr. Jing for pointing that out. That is actually indeed a strategy issue. That's why we need to coordinate and also delegate our teams the right tasks to gain all the metrics needed. Before moving forward into the weekly mission inspiration, I would like to remind all of you that we probably have personal updates for today, and I expect that personal updates should be filled by all of them, including Kiot, CW, biggest actioner discovery, and such and such. If there is an incomplete update, we will enforce a push up for you 10 times every single table that is not filled, and Kashelin will be the policy for that one, the inspector for that one. Okay, thank you very much for understanding. And then let's move forward into the weekly mission inspiration. Let's go forward from guest side, which will be presented by Amanda.
Okay, so a few days ago, actually, this guest from Kama Villa, they experienced like an inconvenience experience with the driver. So the guest had to pay more to get to the Kama Villa. So I initiated to buy them lunch. I bought them like nasi goreng, nasi ayam sambal mata, something like that. And they enjoyed the lunch, and they were very happy about our stuff. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Amanda. Very, very good initiative. Probably you can also treat us, ya. The nasi goreng. Kidding. No lah. By the way, thank you very much for your initiative to treat the guests. I believe it is one way to inspire delight from the disappointed guests, ya. Next, coming next, we have the story from partner side, and it will be presented directly by our host today, Dinda.
Okay, so the first one is from Villa Angin. So we found difficulty to manage the villa, so we decided to offer her to upgrade to full bird package. And then from Villa Rafa, Rory said that his friend Dian wanted to take a look at his property, and I communicate with her. And she also said that she wanted to have a property, and I think this is our opportunity to approach her, because she this morning she just sent the design of her villa to us.
Okay, that is very interesting, Dinda. Thank you very much for sharing that. Probably just a note. Please also after this all hands session ends, you can also attach some pictures there about the Villa Rafa and also Villa Agin beautiful stories and inspiring stories, because I believe content team will also get producing the stories from this all hands documentation. So please attach later on after the all hands. Yeah, thank you. And next step to the employee side first. To the employee side, we have two coming first from Kashalin.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay. For the employee side over here is actually a follow-up from the previous all hands meeting. So this is a project actually to declassify the employee handbook. So we are aiming to make our knowledge public, right, for like everyone to see on our website. So this is actually a kudos as well to Jay as well as Josephine for taking part in the process. So we can't actually wait to show you what's brewing, but we will update you guys soon once it's done and complete. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Kashalin, for sharing that. And if there is a attachment there, this is by the way for me. Thank you very much, Adinda, for clicking this directly. So from my side, now thank you firstly, thank you very much, Mr. Jim, for initiating the idea of all hands as the storage of content that actually we last week we gathered the weekly visual inspirations coming from our amazing fish turns to come up in our social media, and the post has been uploaded and also updated, and I believe we will continue to do this content producing over time. Okay, thank you very much. That's my story. And next, coming from the technological innovations from Kabayu first. Calling Kabayu.
I haven't finished typing, but this is basically server auto scaling. So basically, now if one of our service is down, for example, the system will detect it automatically, and then it will create another server to avoid service disruption, and then remove the unhealthy server, and all of that will happen automatically without any human needed. This is applied to 90% of our server, except the Flash server. We are still working on it. There's one issue, but other server will do it this way. So if there's anything goes down in the middle of the night, it will recreate itself and goes up again.
Wow, that is I think very, very good innovation coming from tech side. Thank you very much, Kabayu, for
What
sharing.
took so long? Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Kabayu, once again. Next, we have Reza. Calling once, Reza. Calling twice. Is Reza here?
Reza, we cannot hear your voice.
Okay. Reza, Dida, please close this because I will read it for everyone, yeah. And so from Reza, there are 3 points that Reza would like to deliver. I will deliver it on his behalf. The innovation is nearby attraction and FMBs for projection. So provide all list of nearby attraction and FB options. I believe it is related to the location of our property, which can be filtered based on their preferences. We can find out which roads are available around the pinpoint and adjust the radius in meters. From there, we can determine whether it is easily accessible by car, motorcycle, or just by walking. And the third one, for visualization process, you can filter based on your preferences, ranging from restaurants, beaches, and etc. When you drag them onto the bubbles, they will provide you with the detailed information about the attraction. This tool simplifies the process of determining nearby attraction and FB options that you can run on Google Colab by simply inputting the latitude and also the longitude. I believe this is a very interesting finding, Reza. And if I may suggest, probably you can also share the how-to, the how-to on you record video and attach it here. So probably other people that would like to try your innovations can also try it by themselves. Okay, thank you. Okay, Reza.
Okay. Yeah. I will do it later.
Okay, amazing, Reza. Amazing. Thank you very much, Reza. Okay, coming next to Wendy.
Okay, so jadi basically, I made an improvement on the Big Graph, especially for the probability nodes feature. So overall look, you can see at the first picture maybe, and then what changed is maybe overall some changes, especially on the probability nodes. Like I make the appearance like a card like appearance, and then now the user can manage the probability node tag without selecting or open a specific or a single node. So you can just find the feature of the managing node tag above the search bar, and then I remove the floating action button for saving or editing notes. I'm using the I remove and I place the I place the button alongside with the cancel and delete button you can find above the notes, especially. So with the cancel and delete button, and it changes every time the mode is changes, like a preview or add or edit, it will change the button. And then I also replace the rich text editor with the React Quill text editor, which is more modern and better feature with the better feature. That's it.
Okay, thank you very much, Wediato. That's a very good innovation. And let's move forward into company team target and achievement. And Kayla will be presenting this session. So Kayla, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for Con. Good morning, everyone. We can just scroll down to the inspections on this month theme. We've got three things that I'd like to bring up. The first one is the adoption issue related to the SPA management. So last week, we kind of like have some inspections regarding the process not being managed correctly from the input that has been failed and later on being processed. But right now, it is related to the input itself. So we encounter daily property quality issues, yet not many of them have been reported in the SPI for further strategic processing. Actionable for this, so the guest code hypervisor, this one is Marcel and Krishna, I believe has started yesterday to enforce a system of rewards and penalties, basically to encourage the team to diligently fill out the SPI. This will enhance property value and provide more clarity on the latest property conditions. Second one would be the strategic policy. This is related to the team working on the upper funnel, related to the unready onboarded property. So some recently signed properties have significant differences between the visuals provided to the BD team from the partners and the actual reality, which can be misleading for our business plan creations from BI and, of course, the property readiness assessment. This is announcement also for the partnership squad, for the BD team, BI team, and also community manager team. We will set the accurate expectations by basically still follow our old procedure, which we will still conduct the inspection 0 after signing the MOU to assess the property quality, and the onboarding timeline will only be delivered later after we give the inspection. So we will check the property readiness after the improvement we demand from the partners has been delivered. So we will push back the timeline according to their readiness. This is to Mr. Jing, who managed the BD team, and also for me to oversee the overall onboarding process. The third one, this is a reminder to all squad, everyone in here, the importance of smooth trust transfer. The process of transferring trust often goes unnoticed in daily operations, whether it's from partners to the team members,
with longer relationships or from partners to the new management, especially regarding existing guest management. I believe the example for this would be the onboarding of Luxma Guest House, which take a lot of bandwidth from the hosting, reservation team, community manager team, everything else, due to unclear expectation from the first time they send the MOU. The actionable for this, for everyone, basically, we will no longer take any action directly on behalf of a stranger. Stranger, this, I mean, everyone who has not been properly introduced to us and without a successful trust transfer process in place. Okay, this is directed especially for Mr. Jing later on, who oversee basically the communication on the URC, should you found one. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the September target. This is a reminder that we have a minimum target of 500,000 US dollar for minimum one and a stretch target of 550,000 US dollar. The 5-star rating, we have 70% for the minimum target, which at the moment, as noted before by Mr. Jing and Cinta, is a bit closing to the line by 72.9%, and the stretch target is 80%. So let's focus on that. For the overall rating, the minimum is 4.5 still, and the stretch target is 4.75. All right, moving on to ADFR. We have not been able to achieve the first and second target revenue, basically the revenue target achievement for that, and we're still in progress for the third week, which is that we have the minimum target of 8,200 US dollar. It's a bit close, so let's focus on that from our current achievement. Moving on to the achievement one, we have achieved 431,725 US dollar revenue from for September, so it's about 86.34% achieved for the minimum target. We still have 20% available night to sell, so it's about 68,275 US dollar to achieve if we would like to achieve the minimum target for the September. Another information, this is a report also from Cinta. The percentage of owner use increased to 5% for September, and the remaining potential is actually less than our remaining target. So this is to BI team. We can consider some of this input to set up the next semester goals and also the next month's revenue target. Plus one for the semester target, since we have achieved basically the semester goals that will be evaluated officially by the 5th of October. I just like to inform you that at the moment we have achieved 2,519,980 US dollar. All right, I believe that's all. The Airbnb details has been reported by Cinta before, and also thank you for Cinta helping me conduct this one. Back to you, Furkan.
Thank you very much, Kayla, which actually coming from Jogja, right? You're currently working in Jogja for presenting this company team target and achievement. And next, coming to promotion, a new employees announcement, and I believe it will be presented by Kashelin.
Okay, thank you, Furkan. Okay, so for the new employees, there's actually only one at the top, but I'd like to show the new avatars like for our employees there. So if you see, there's a new avatar for Krishna and Ganesh. So congrats guys, finally you get your own like personalized avatars. And okay, for the promotion part, I would like to actually announce on Hafidz over here. So especially the past few weeks back, all of us, I believe, especially Gani's team, the marketing team already know that Hafidz has actually like stepped up, especially as a supervisor in the content creation team. So thereby, we are proudly announced that currently Hafidz is promoted as the content creator supervisor trainee. So yay, congratulations to Hafidz as well as those of you guys who just gotten your avatar. So yay. Okay, that will be all. Thank you, and back to Tom.
Thank you very much, Kashelin. This is actually a very good news. And for Mas Hafiz, as you have more responsibility, and bigger ceiling, yeah, to your work. So is that properly? Good luck for your next milestone. Next, to core value recognition, right? And we have actually 4 cards to be read, and let's move forward from me as the nominator on the very right card. Very right card. Okay. Yes, that's one. So first, I would like to thank Kavidi because yes, last week Mr. Jing and me talking about the strategy on how to prioritize the review replies, and after Mr. Jing initiated the vision, I conducted the strategy and also delivered the execution to Kavidi to make a differentiation between channels for review positive channel for FB properties, for full block properties, and non full block properties. This will is us to prioritize which reviews that needs to be replied first. And I also note that actually Kayla did the same with the review complaints. So thank you very much, Kayla, for extending the innovations onto the review complaints as well, not only review positive. Okay, that's from my side. And next, coming to Mas Gani to appreciate Kanadia.
Okay.
Dinda, you may click the card.
Thank you, Furqan. So I'd like to recognize Nadia for inspire, select, and help others to help themselves. Nadia is gifted with a rare skill. It is mixed between creative and strategic. She put some animation on in content request board to provide better task management based on type of work, and this is bring sense of art on daily basis. So yes, this is pretty strategic, and kudos to you, Nadia. Good.
Okay, thank you very much, Mas Gani, for recognizing Kanadia for that. And next to Mr. Jing.
Okay, I'm going to recognize 2 people here. One is you, Furqan. And I noticed that this is a challenge a lot of people have when they are actually becoming a leader. It's a sense of shame or a sense of too much responsibility because they're afraid to make decisions in public. And because they're afraid to make decisions in public, then they don't make decisions that will be seen by people. And because they don't make any decisions, they don't get any experience making actually leadership progress. So the way to overcome this is to actually have greater curiosity than fear. Your curiosity is greater than your fear, and Furqan's demonstrated by that. Furqan will generally go and point out things and make decisions, but then he'll be realized that it's a false alarm, or maybe it's not the right decision, or whatever it is, but he'll try. And by trying, he'll get feedback from his team about what are good decisions, what are not. And that then creates a cycle of self-learning. So I think it's inspirational because I'm watching it happen, and I've never kind of actually thought about what the process is like, but that's probably what it's like. If you are okay with making decisions, okay with getting feedback about if you're wrong, then you're probably going to go and have progression on a leadership cycle. So thank you, Furqan, for actually doing that. That's I think a good direction, yeah? And that's a fast direction to actually learn how to lead. The other one I'm going to give is to Ghani, and Ghani is in a fail fast, learn fast growth mindset mode. So for months, I think Ghani has been able to essentially function on just making sure his team executes. But now he's being put on the spotlight to think about how to do upper management, strategic thinking, knowledge management in a much more deeper way. It's an opportunity, and I'm sure I drown Ghani every day in the amount of critical feedback that I have. Look at his face. He already looks like he's drowning from this already. So good to see a smile on your face from time to time, Ghani. I know that process is very difficult, but what I see that inspires me is that Ghani actually takes it in. He's able to come back with a different approach the next day rather than becoming self-conscious and thinking he can't do it. So I do see incremental improvements, and that is progression as a leader. So yeah, I think every leader that I've witnessed never starts as huge and amazing. They start as baby leaders, and they need to take baby steps to get there. But it's being able to take that first step. I think that makes you eventually somebody that people will respect and people will follow. So congrats on you too for taking those steps, baby steps for now, but hopefully big steps in the future.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Jing, for recognizing me and Mas Gani for a different thing, and hope that all of us could be a better person, yeah, for next times. Okay, guys, now it is a personal update, and my offer still stands actually. So please be prepared, yeah. If you do not feel in one table, then push up for you or squats. Okay, the question of the week is describe a place you have visited and explain how it influenced your perspective. And for this time, I expect you to only read the question of the week only. The first one coming from Mr. Jing. Over to you, sir.
I just realized I should be punished for making a grammar mistake. I probably do push-ups for that. Yeah. You guys, everyone who gets a chance should go to Burma. I think if you go to Burma, it'll change your life. We were talking about that the other day because it simply just forces such a change in your perspective that you'll see things differently. And it's strangely affordable. It's just not very famous yet, but I think it's one of the best places to go if you want to experience transformation.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Jing, for sharing that. And if you would like to do push-up, I think you can do it like at the moment we reading other people's QW. Thank you very much to Mas Gani.
The peak of Mount Merapi. So it is unpleasant place. It's not hospitable. It's hard to reach to the top, but that's opened my perspective that you need to sacrifice something to achieve something, and we are just tiny creatures in this world.
Wow, that's very inspirational and very thoughtful. Thank you very much, Mas Gani, for sharing that. Next to Adil.
Yeah, just Sumba, the whole island itself. It's known for its natural beauty and just the people living simple life. That's what I think of it.
Okay, thank you very much, Adil. But did you feel in the biggest personal growth?
I should.
Oh, you should. Okay, please do screenshot and give Kashelin the evidence that you have. Thank you, Adil. Next to myself, that I think the one place that reminds me a lot is Jogja, because Jogja gives me an impression about hidup gak usah ngoyo-ngoyo, just have a simple life and yet meaningful. Thank you very much. Next to Mas Hafiz.
Oh. Okay, from me is Kecamatan Belakang Padang in Kota Padang. So in this area is close to Malaysia and Singapore, and a lot of people there work illegally to Singapore. So from this, I learned that if our place is not favorable to us, we can do other things to keep us alive, even it's illegal things.
Quite hard, yeah, quite hard.
Yep.
But Mas Hafiz, I see 3 blanks here, 3 table blanks. So
Yeah,
be ready for
I'm writing the personal achievement.
Oh, okay, but it is late, so please do push up, yeah, accordingly for the tables that you haven't filled. But thank you. By the way, it's a very interesting perspective on your TW. Next to Canada.
Right, mine is Barcelona. It's the concept of siesta y fiesta. I think it's a reflection of the cultural values and also lifestyle in Barcelona and Spain as whole, because it embodies the idea of finding a balance between work and also leisure, with a strong emphasis on family and also social connection.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you so much, Kanadia, for sharing that. Next to Cinta. Calling Cinta once. Calling Cinta twice. Okay, no sound. I will read it for her, yeah. Okay, so Cinta said that Bali.
Check.
Yes.
I think
Continue.
my internet is a bit okay. I think my internet is a bit laggy here. Okay.
Please continue.
So, langsung ya, the place is Bali, because at Bali you have to be mindful of what you're doing. If you want to have fun, you can. If you want to work, you can. The only thing you can control is yourself, because nobody care. And the other one is more specific. I visit Seminyak and got a cat call. This indicates that it's not the way one dress that actually triggers crimes, but rather one's behavior and the opportunity to commit wrongdoing. So be cautious wherever you are and stay vigilant. Thank you.
Okay, Cinta, thank you for sharing that perspective. I think it's very deep. Okay, next to Kak Gray.
Yep. From me, the first one is Jakarta and Depok. So when I first got there to continue my study, it's such a different environment compared to my hometown. But from there, I expand my connection and meet so many different people from different cultural backgrounds. So it was nice. Yeah, beside the traffic jam. And next one is the Netherlands. Coming from the passive-aggressive country of Indonesia, So Netherlands directness is like a breath of fresh air. So if they say A, they really mean A. There's no hidden intention or any other answer beside it. So yep.
Okay, thank you very much, Akage, for sharing that insight. Next to Cynthia.
Okay, for me, same with Kak Gray, Depok. For me, Depok is like learning hub with many universities, I think. And being there, mean I can learn a lot and grow intellectually, I think. Thank you for coming.
Okay, thank you, Cynthia. But I see there is one table blank. So please.
I already fill it.
You already fill it. Okay. Send letter, please check. Yeah. Thank you, Cynthia. Next to Erika.
So I did Campus Merdeka in this small island called Bawean Island, and I learned how the way they host us. So people in general, they are probably because they are very small, so they are less individualized and get used to do everything together. So the way they host us as a guest, as a stranger there was really warm and beyond good. And I also learned that if your area has no potential to contribute in the economy of that yes in that area, then most likely the tax or the money allocated to develop that area is also like very less.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Erika, for sharing that story. Coming next to Nanda.
Yeah, place that influenced my life is Surabaya, in which in the city I learned how to adapt to new people, new cultures, new places. That from that I learned that it's not the crowd need to adapt to us, but it's us have to adapt to the crowd. It's not the market following you, it's you following the market. I think that's true in Surabaya. So thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Probably is that applicable also in Bali or not? You may later on answer it. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Nanda. Next to Tanisma.
Okay, the place is Pemutaran. I learned how to respect each other not only with people but also nature.
Oh, thank you very much, Tanisma, for sharing that love the nature. Okay, next to Kayla.
Okay, mine is Bandung. Surprisingly, there's something peaceful and humbling amidst the crowded city. I remind you that sometimes work is just work, problems are just another thing to solve, and you're the only person thinking that much about yourself. Thank you for coming.
That's a lovely quote, I believe. I would like to quote that. Thank you very much. And okay, next thing to Bluetooth.
Okay.
Okay, check. For me, yes.
Yes,
Do you hear
Bluetooth.
me? Yeah. Jason Florida, that's layout and design of the houses in housing complex along the John River provide additional knowledge for me as a skipper that time. That's a really inspiration and the pipe I get there. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, Bluetooth, for sharing that. Okay, guys, it is actually already 11 on Bali time, and I have apologized that I need to extend it 5 minutes to read all the personal updates. But Kashalin, please enforce the punishment later on, yeah, after we done reading all these question of the weeks. Next to Dinda.
Okay, mine is Galway, in Ireland, where people tend to live with work-life balance. I realized that they can work really hard and professional at the afternoon, but at night they can party really hard too. And I believe that they teach me how to make a work-life balance and enjoying life.
It is as in like Ed Sheeran's song, Galway.
Yeah, Galway girl.
Okay, I noticed that. Thank you very much, Dinda. Okay, next to Shalin.
Okay, for me it's two actually. Basically my hometown, so it's not a big or not a small city, so allows you to like experience both sides of the spectrum, allows you to be grateful with what you have, and of course Singapore, where life is really a race, but there are still occasions where you can slow down and take a breather. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Kashalin. Next to Jihan, Jay.
Okay, so I used to live in Sambirejo, Mantingan. It's a village in Ngawi, Jawa Timur, and it teach me a valuable lesson that life isn't only about competing or achieving success. Instead, it also emphasizes that we need the importance to accepting what we already have.
Oh, that's so lovely. Thank you very much, Jay. Next to Josephine.
Okay, for me, it's like air soda in Tarutung. It is kind of Tarutung Soda Spring, one of only two in this world, in Tarutung and also in Venezuela. It is an unforgettable experience for me because when I finally decided to experience the soda sensation, I feel like I was inside a giant of bottle of soda, and every wave of my hand created a fizzing sensation, as if my body was being gently pinched by thousands of tiny bubbles.
Okay,
That's
thank you very much, Josephine, for sharing that. Next to Kamarsa.
Tibet. I learned about love. Yeah.
Oh my God.
There is MBTI things, right? So I came to Tibet like November as a protagonist and then back and as an architect, you know. So it's really dope. So yeah.
Oh, that's so lovely. Thank you so much, Kamarsa. Next to Krishna, Jaksel people.
Okay, so mine is Kawa Ijen, located in Banyuwangi. I learned not to underestimate anything. When I saw other people hiking on Instagram, it seems easy on screen, but in reality, it was not. However, we can value things better when we got it through difficult processes. Also, I learned to appreciate the nature, something that I took for granted for a long time.
Wow, thank you very much. Basically, this is self-learning as Mas Gani did ya when hiking Merapi. Next to Cardana.
For me, I also have two places. The first one is the Garden, Philippines. So back in 2013, I visited Philippines for the first time. It was for an international event. That was the first time I ever got the chance to speak in English for 24/7. That's when I realized so many things like the power of language. And then I decided to change my major in college to English literature after I got back. It changed my life practically. And then the second place is Jakarta. I mean, who'd have thought that living in Jakarta for 3 months helped me relate with Karl Marx and his idea of creating a utopia. I mean, yeah, the class gap really makes me this weird, unsettling feelings. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you very much. Wow, utopia. I think it's a very image. I don't know if it is realizable or not, but yeah, thank you very much for sharing the thoughts. Next to Amanda.
Okay, for me, it's Bali because the experience of living in Bali for the past 2 to 3 years is a friendly reminder to do things with respect. It also opens up the chance to enjoy the best of both worlds, the modern and the traditional ones. Thank you.
Oh, okay, next to Radit. Calling once, Radit. Calling twice. Okay, I will read it for Radit.
Yeah. For me is Semeru Mountain because Semeru is the highest mountain that I can hike in 2019. And then I learned a lot from Semeru Mountain because when I go to the peak of the mountain, I feel how small we are, and I'm so grateful to live in here. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Radit. But guys, I would like to read all of these Q or W questions of the week, but unfortunately the time already finished, the extension. So for BI team and also engineering team, I'm so sorry that we cannot read all of your questions of the week, but I would encourage all to give asynchronous feedback, also engagement on their personal updates, so they feel welcome as well and share. Thank you very much, everyone. I need to close the session right now and see you on the next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dinda and Putcon.